Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishnaya. Lessons for Life from Swami Jagadatmananji's inspiring bestseller Learn to Live, Volume 1, Chapter 2, Infinite Power Hidden Within You. Self-confidence is the key to the release of the tremendous power hidden within every one of us. This is discussed in this episode. Wonders of mind under hypnosis. If the subconscious mind accepts certain ideas, it may react to suggestions containing such ideas, though they are not based on reality. The mind will behave as if the suggestions are true. We can see this phenomenon in persons subjected to hypnosis. In one of his papers, Dr. Seligman has given an account of his experimental experience. Addressing the person under hypnosis, he told him that he was going to be branded with a red-hot iron rod. The man was told that it would cause blisters. Dr. Headfield really touched him with his finger, not with a heated rod. But the man winced as if his skin had been burnt. His arm was put in bandage when he was still in hypnosis. When the bandage was removed after 6 hours, there was a blister on the spot which Dr. Headfield had touched with his finger. By next day, the blister expanded and looked exactly like a burn injury. When the experiment was repeated in the presence of experts, the result was the same. He touched the arm of the man under hypnosis with a red-hot iron rod and told him he was going to touch him with his fingers and that there would be no pain. The man showed no signs of pain either while he was being branded or later. There was no blister on the skin. There was only a small red circular mark on the skin where the tip of the hot rod had touched. But it did not cause any pain and it disappeared fast. A celebrated weightlifter was subjected to hypnosis. He was given a suggestion. However you may try, you will not be able to lift the pencil on the table. The man who could easily lift weights of 400 pounds could not lift the pencil despite his efforts. His subconscious mind completely accepted the suggestions of the expert and made him behave accordingly. Does it mean he became weak in the state of hypnosis? No, he had his normal strength, but without being aware of it, owing to contrary hypnotic suggestion, he behaved against his own nature. On the one hand, he strained his muscles deliberately to lift the pencil, but on the other hand, the suggestion, "you cannot lift," had its impact. The negative suggestion prevented the manifestation of his real strength and brought him defeat. Once a person who was plagued with stage fright and could not even speak a word before an audience was subjected to hypnosis and was given the following suggestion: "You can speak well." He got up in his hypnotic state, spoke fluently and fearlessly, and surprised both himself and others. A difficult mathematical problem which usually takes an hour's hard work to solve was solved in just 20 minutes by a man under hypnotic suggestion. The gift of speech and the ability to solve problems were already hidden in these individuals. They were not the result of the miraculous power of the hypnotist, but the individuals themselves were not aware of their ability either. Negative suggestions had suppressed the abilities. The expert had released them from the state of suppression. A handful of people, in spite of the repression and negative suggestions received since childhood, are able to overcome them and develop a remarkable degree of self-confidence. This self-confidence is the key to the release of the tremendous energy held in check. What the mind strongly accepts as true has a bearing on the person's behavior. The above examples amply prove this. When you are in a hypnotized state and negative suggestions go on impinging on it, we can imagine what damage they are capable of. Normally, we are protected by nature. When our conscious mind is active, it does not readily accept new suggestions or ideas. It thinks, deliberates, compares the suggestion with the earlier experience and accepts it gradually. Otherwise, every fear or suspicion would have overcome us. I am suffering from fever, I am getting weaker. Such suggestions of the conscious mind would be readily accepted by the subconscious mind and would be expressed in action. If our conscious mind constantly broods on the same thing, the subconscious mind seeks an opportunity to translate it into action. If negative suggestions are given to children before their conscious minds properly develop, they may act like the hypnotized individuals. People in charge of children's education should be extremely careful. They should see to it that the bricks forming the foundation of the children's future do not develop a crack. This is a fundamental principle which weakens or strengthens not just an individual but a whole race. Swami Vivekananda says, "If a man day and night thinks he is miserable, low and nothing, nothing he becomes. If you say, yeah, I am, so shall you be. And if you say, I am not, if you think that you are not, and day and night meditate upon the fact that you are nothing, nothing shall you be." That is the great fact which you ought to remember. We are the children of the Almighty. We are the sparks of the infinite, divine fire. How can you be nothings? We are everything, ready to do everything. We can do everything, and man must do everything. If you have faith in all the 330 millions of your mythological gods, and in all the gods which foreigners have now and again introduced into your midst, and still have no faith in yourselves, there is no salvation for you. Swami Vivekananda concludes, have faith in yourselves and stand up on that faith and be strong. That is what we need. Have faith in yourselves and stand up on that faith and be strong. That is what we need. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.